Spencer Hughes.
Blog Talk Radio.
Only that is Spencer Hughes in the 11. Not Randy Boyd. So Spencer Hughes on the front row, Nick Thrash on the outside. It's Nick Lambeth, Trey Bright, Sheridan row 2, row 3, Jason Micah, Tommy Nichols, Sam Fox McLeod, Aaron Keith, Sheridan row 4. Here we go. 8 laps on the board. Murphy's going to take it to the outside. Trey Murphy. Let it hang out. Murphy up near the board. Out of that momentum into the back stretch. They go. Crash holding that second spot at Spencer Hughes up front. Who's your daddy? Taking through the turn 2 into the back stretch. Crash on the throttle. He's been 4 paces back. From the 11 machine, now Trey Murphy has settled for that third spot. Here comes the 90 machine. 90's got a car length behind Eddie Forsythe. TJ Nichols in the 95, Lightning McQueen. Ball 6 in the air for the 11, Spencer Hughes. Now a battle for that third spot. 90 putting pressure on the 21 and Murphy. Nick Lambeth out of Bloomington, Alabama. 2 to go. 2 sticks in the air for Spencer Hughes. In the Walker Honor Service, PV Muffler, number 11. Spencer Hughes here joining us tonight. As he has the weekend off, the late model tour. White flag is out one more time around for the kids. Hughes is going to take it to the corner for the final time. There's the checkered flag. Spencer Hughes will start on the pole position. Outside. Nick Thrash. Trey Murphy, your top 3. TJ Nichols does get a top 5 out of it. Freight Racing USA late model cars. Freight Racing USA late model cars. You should be lined up, ready to go. Freight Racing USA late model cars. You were called. Let's go, guys.
All right, we got a few minutes because Spencer's got to get out of the 11 and get into his. I'm sorry, Spencer's in the second one. Okay, so let me know when you got the first one ready to go. So we're going 8 or 10. Lighten up Christmas. Really, or are you still sitting over the trailer?
So we're getting ready for it.
Keep him in line. Let me know when he's in line. And once he gets in line, you go ahead and roll. Are we going 8?
You're ready for Freight Racing USA. He's race number 1.
What do we normally do for the crate cars? 10 or 8? Let's go 8.
He won on the pole. Jimbo McDuffie, David Williamson on the outside. Chris McEnany in the 27 MD Metals machine. He'll line up on inside row 2 outside Eli Thomas. Inside row 3 is Jeffrey Cooper in the 7Xs. Riley Sheedy in the 11M. And the 4th row, Tim D is lined up with Ryan Boudreaux in the 99. 8 laps. Here we go. It's Williamson out front. David Williamson, the Seminary, Mississippi driver, out front. Jimbo McDuffie in the second spot, and Chris McElhaney challenging Eli Thomas in the 5 machine for the third spot. McElhaney down on the bottom part of the race check. Eli Thomas rides straight through the middle. McElhaney again to the inside door handle. Now he's got a hood pin out front. It's McElhaney at the flag stand for the third spot. Williamson with a lot of speed down the back stretches. Jimbo McDuffie in the 760. He's in the second spot. Jimbo's going overdrive and he turns it around. He's facing traffic. Oh, caution out on the speedway. Jimbo overdrives the corner there and turns it around backwards. That'll bring out a caution. Man, that just shows how much he's driving that race car. Not typical to see Jimbo do a spin like that, but a lot on the line here. Jimbo has not won this year yet, so looking to seal the deal on that.
Thank you.
5 laps complete, still 3 to go. Here we go. Green is out. Williamson looking to hold back the Stampede. McElhaney on the inside. It's Thomas in the 5. A car lane separates each one from first to third. Now McElhaney is going to dive down on the bottom. Williams has him clear. There will be 2 to go. McElhaney is working the bottom lane, and it's working for him good, but Williamson steps out like a rocket up on the top side of the back stretch. Now they're through 3 and 4. White flag is out. Can McElhaney drive up to his door handle? Not yet. Williamson definitely found something on that top tilt there as he rockets out of turn 2 once again. David Williamson is going to carry him through the corner for the final time. Can McElhaney get him? He's going to slide up the racetrack. They're going to be at the slide. Whoa, just barely. David Williamson inches out to 27 and McElhaney. McElhaney had set him up to pass him there at the flag stand, but Williamson able to hold that momentum, and he'll clear the flag stand with the win. McElhaney comes home second in the 5 of Eli Thomas in the third spot. Crate Racing USA Street Stock B-Main cars. You need to be lined up, ready to go. B-Main Crate Racing USA Street Stock. Y'all need to be in your stage lanes, ready to go. Race number 2, getting ready for it. Bailey Callahan on the front row. Larry Murphy on the outside. It's Joshua Thomas on the inside of row 2. It's Spencer Hughes on the outside of him. Jason Henry inside row 3. It's Casey Haney on the outside. And Bryce Fulton-Leroy in the 4 car. Street stock cars. You should be lined up, ready to go for your B-Main. Street stocks. You'll be lined up for your B-Main. Bailey Callahan. And we got a caution. Something's going on. Flagman calls me caution. I'm not sure if it's debris on the racetrack or what, but Callahan had a good jump there.
Andrew. What did he do? He started before he even got to the second cone.
So,
The starting box. He's got to go back to row, Andrew. Trump should start. That's what you're saying. He jumped it. He's going to drop or something. So is that the line over there? But he's going to look at the heck over there.
it looks like they will be moving the 20 machine. Right behind Joshua Thomas. Callahan fast on the throttle there. They have fired a little bit too early. So Spencer Hughes takes the lead out of turn 2. On the 15, Justin Thomas turns in front of the field. That'll jack everybody up. Casey Haney may have made a... Oh, Casey Haney rips the rear clip off of that race car. Track Plus is gone on the back of that race car. And looks like the 10 of Jason Henry may have caught up a little bit in that as well. So... So a caution right after the confusion, and the 14, heavy sheet metal damage on the back of that race car. Not what you want to see there. So, Spencer Hughes, your leader, Larry Murphy in the second spot, Bailey Callahan. Well, it looks like the 15 yesterday has been sent to the rear. And we're back green. Here we go. One lap complete. Spencer Hughes, Bailey Callahan, Larry Murphy. So it's Hughes out front. 2 laps complete. 6 more to go. It's Spencer Hughes by himself. Murphy's 10th out in the second spot. Callahan's under pressure now with Jason Henry. 4 laps to go. And the white flag's out one more time around for Spencer Hughes. And that'll do it. Spencer Hughes wins it. Murphy finishes second. Callahan in the third spot. So we're getting ready now for the main for the street stock. B-Main number 1, TJ Herndon on the pole, Jackson Moore on the outside. It's Dennis Ross in the 2D on the inside. Johnny Stokes is a scratch, so that's going to move up Hunter Duncan. Row 3 is going to be Jeremy Isabel and Patrick Gray. Row 4 is going to be Brady Hand in the 22H is Sean Hill in the H14. And shotgun on the field is going to be Insane Mike Lane in the 8 machine. Four cars transfer out of this set to the main, and the rest go home. So top 4 is what we're watching for. TJ Herndon, Jackson Moore on the outside. Here we go. Moore hold it up near the top now. He'll go to the middle of the racetrack. TJ Herndon on the inside. Dennis Ross slides through. He falls back up position. Jeremy Isabel and the 76. Now working the door of the 2 machine as the 3 car slides up in that second spot. That's Hunter Duncan in the 3rd spot. The 2 machine and Dennis Ross with that final transfer spot as the 2 car, Jackson Moore, separates from the field. So it's the 2 machine. We're going to watch Dennis Ross, driver out of Brewton, Alabama, going to race his way into the main event here tonight. Jackson Moore got him a fast hot rod here tonight. It's a brand new race car, too. Hankins on the side of that race car. Up near the lip. Four laps complete. Now 5. Top 4 cars have kind of separated themselves from the bottom half. Dennis Ross with that final transfer spot. There's the cross flags in the air. It's 2 to go. Moore has separated himself by about a half of straightaway now on the 1 machine on TJ Herndon, Atwood, Tennessee driver. And well, it's lap 9, so I believe we're going to go to lap 12. So 2 more to go. Here's 2 sticks in the air. Confused the cross flag for the 2 of the sticks in the air. I don't know what I did there. But Jackson Moore will take the white flag this time by. Oh, Isabel backwards. That's going to bring out a caution. Caution on the speedway with just 2 to go. My, oh, my. I will put Isabel back in the back, but we still got 2 laps to go, so. Heat lightning surrounding the racetrack. So far, we still got bugs, so we are good to go. Isabel able to continue on his own power. If we look back at the scoreboard, it's 2 to go. I believe we'll see a single file restart here. Dennis Ross, he's in that cutoff spot. He's got Mike Lane. He's going to line up in that 5 spot. See how they race coming back to the flag. So 2 to go, single file restart here. TJ Herndon sits in second. They got to track down Jackson Moore, who's led this entire event. Herndon going to be to the inside. Now Dennis Ross in trouble. Here comes Mike Lane. Mike Lane going to lean on him. No contact, though. Racing clean into the back stretch. It'll be white flag. Ross got to maintain that position. Mike Lane to the inside. Not enough to get around the 2. Here's the checker flag. Lane's going to ride him up. But he's able to, Dennis Ross, able to seal the deal. So Ross, Dennis Ross gets that transfer spot. Mike Lane goes home. All right. We finally got live timing back up. That is good. So getting ready for B main number 2 for the Great Racing USA Street Stock. Factory stock B main. Factory stock B main cars. You need to be lined up, ready to go. Great Racing USA Street Stock, B main number 2. 12 laps on the board. It's Matt Hartman in the 26 machine. On the inside, it's Trey Horton on the outside in the 43. Trevor Woodard is inside row 2. Outside is Chad Thrash. Inside row 3 is Daniel Lacoste. And on the outside of him is Gary Sutton in the 151. Row 4 is Brock Love in the 18. And Chris Dixon in the 4J. And shotgun on the field is Hunter Jamerson. Top 4 will transfer. The rest goes home. 12 laps. Flagman. He gives them the go. Here we go. '26 heavy pressure. Matt Hartman slides back a couple. Here comes the 9. Up the rest to the inside. Woodard on the outside. It's still the 26 in the lead. Now the 9 and the 15 both clear the 26, but somehow the 26 climbs back to the top. slicing and dicing. Trevor Woodard on the inside and Chad Thrash on the outside. Matt Hartman trading positions there. That's the 43 with the final transfer spot. Trey Horton trying to hold on to that fourth spot. It's 3 laps complete. Horton, your final transfer. Woodward, Hartman, and Thrash all with the transfer spot. Woodard goes down and takes the inside of the 26 of Hartman. Woodard back to the top of the speedway. The top 4 have once again separated themselves from the field. Trey Horton in the 43, the driver out of Columbia, Tennessee. Hartman lost a couple of spots there. Horton may get around him, but there is a little bit of a gap between the 4th place car and that 5th place car. Transfer spot, of course, the 4th place car. Horton speaks to the inside of Hartman. He's got a fender out front. He may have Hartman cleared. Well, they'll be door-to-door at the flag stand. The Thrash opened up a straightaway now on the 15 of Woodard, the Tennessee driver. Chad Thrash, of course, our local driver, Project X machine. And the 26 now has been overtaken. Problems for the 26. That'll put Gary Sutton in his transfer spot. It's 2 to go. How in the world did that happen? The 26 fell off pace. Gary Sutton in the 151 now with the final transfer spot. It's to the white flag for Thrash. Woodard in the 2nd spot. Horton in the 3rd spot. And Sutton in the 4th spot. Hartman now under pressure by the 18 of Brock Love. And here's the checker flag. Thrash seals the deal. Woodard, Sutton, and Horton all make their way into the A main. All right. Well, that will solidify the starting lineup for the street stock A main. Of course, $1,000 to win to the winner and a guaranteed starting spot into the Southern Street Stock National. The most important part of that, getting that guaranteed starting spot. As we get ready for our factory stock B main. Any of that chicken? Mm-hmm. B main number 1 for the factory stock cars. Huh? Barbecue chicken what? Barbecue chicken burgers? What's the barbecue chicken? The chicken sandwiches? Yeah, that's what I want. Set it down, baby. Nick Thrash on the pole on the outside. Stephen Page Thomas Norman on the inside row. Brad Taylor on the outside. Colton McClendon and Corey Tugletcher at third row. Fourth row is Chris Reeves and Jordan Presley. Fifth row, Seth McNeil and Cooper Thrash. Jason Finley, Bobby Link. And row 7, Mike Stringfellow and Joshua O'Neill. Thrash in the 21 of Norman. Battling side by side, the 11 of Taylor. Now under pressure, here comes Chris Reeves. The 8 machine of Colton McClendon makes his way through. Right now, it is a stampede of cars all fighting and gambling for that 4th spot. Chris Reeves now has the 4th spot. And here comes the 5. 93 of Corey Togo. Togo putting Reeves under pressure. Reeves up to the 3rd spot. Now he's in the 4th spot. It's Colton McClendon out front. Colton McClendon, Brad Taylor, Corey Togo, Chris Reeves. Chris Reeves under pressure. Jordan Presley in the 1 and Nick Thrash in the 5 car. Both of them trying to compete for that final transfer spot. The 222 of Jason Finley up in the wall. That'll bring out a caution. I wonder who ate the chicken tender sandwich. Who ate my chicken tender sandwich?
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, Shannon's bringing a phone up there. Can you get somebody to meet her downstairs?
Do what?
My wife is bringing a phone up there to you. Can you get somebody to meet her down there to get it?
Yeah. 10-4. Why are you sending me a phone? All right. Well, it's 7 to go. This is going to bunch them back up. It could get hairy. And the green is out. Colton McClendon pulls about 3 car lengths on that start. 2 to go given. .593 of Corey Tuggle in the 2nd spot. He's under pressure. Here comes the Jordan Presley machine. And the 11 car, Brad Taylor. Chris Reeves has got to stand up on the wheel or he's going to go home. It's the battle of the 11s. And Chris, no, he turns it in front of the field. Caution on the speedway. That may do it for the 11 of Chris Reeves. Not typically do you find Chris Reeves trying to race his way into a B main. May have just overdone it there. He'll have to come from the back. It'll be a show for us to see for sure.
Where it says modified feature. sportsman. After the sportsman feature, the modifieds will run their feature.
I think he just talked to Rodney like that. He didn't realize it was Rodney. I don't know. That sounded like Rodney. Well, yelling at the flagman is not going to really help him. All right. Calling off the start. Flagman's got the yellow flag.
We're good. We're staying single file.
They have decided to restart single file. So Brad Taylor will be under pressure here. He's got Nick Thrash in his rearview mirror. Only the top 4 transfer. 8 laps complete. Still 4 to go. Green, green, green. McClendon's got a rocket ship. He's able to separate from the field from the go. So Colton McClendon gets the 2 sticks in the air this time by. There's the white flag. Colton McClendon, Jordan Presley, Brad Taylor, Nick Thrash with the final transfer. Corey Tuggle's going to make it interesting at the flag stand, though. Tuggle knows he's got to do it. He's going to slide in front of Reeves. Oh, heavy damages to these race cars. Chris Reeves was trying to come from the rear. Chris Tuggle was trying to race his way in. It is a parking lot over in turn number 3. Colton McClendon wins. Jordan Presley, Brad Taylor, Nick Thrash transfer, Jason Finley, Cooper Thrash, Bobby Link, Corey Tuggle, Chris Reeves, and Seth McNeil go home. Tough break for the track champion. A lot of heavy damage on the front of that race car. He's going to have to get that thing ready for the Street Side National in less than 10 days. A lot of front-end damage on that 11 machine. Does not what you want. It's one thing to miss the race tonight. It's another thing to have a tore-up race car less than 10 days before the biggest race of the year. Chris Reeves, devastated. You can see his head down, but I guarantee you, him and his team will work hard on that race car, and they'll have it ready for the Street Side Nationals. This disappointing. It's been a tough year, not a typical year for Chris Reeves. He's got a lot of competition he's had to race this year. Another track championship, but it may have cost him his hot rod here tonight. Hot shots. Hot shots, I'll be ready for your feature. Factory Stop B main number 2 is up next. Well, they got the Wino hook truck down there, and they're going to get Tuggle. And good news is Chris Reeves is able to continue under his own power. That means it may not be too much front-end damage on the 11 machine. We're going to have too much trouble getting that thing put back together for the Southern Street Stock Nationals coming up here in just 10 days. Wednesday night practice on the 16th and the 17th through the 19th. It's the 11th annual Southern Street Stock Nationals presented by Trax Plus, Freight Racing USA. All right. Yeah, that's a total. That's right. I know.
That's what I'm saying. It's about to be, she's going to be here for 3 days of racing. Got her own hotel room. Just me and her staying in the control house. So the actually put her clothes in the drawer. We'll be there for 3 days. That's it.
Under red flag, well, not really. We're under a caution here. At the end of the race, we've had a couple of cars get trashed over in turn 3, so we are in the cleanup part of it right now as we get ready for B-Main feature number 2 for the factory stock cars. If y'all are joining us on the radio broadcast, we do appreciate y'all. Help us share the link. Something we're going to try tonight and see if we got any listeners. If we do, maybe we'll do something again here in a couple of weeks. So it looks like Tuggle is nice, and it's not only over with, but he's got a pretty messed up, mangled race car. Seth McNeil, on the 1 machine, also a pretty heavily damaged race car there. We'll get ready for B-Main number 2 for the factory stock cars. And thank Dirt Racing Videos for being here. Of course, my buddy Douglas Mueller signed some of his race video later in the week on his page. Oh, my goodness gracious. Luckily, none of the drivers were hurt because those are some pretty mangled race cars. It's going to take a rollback to get that one out of here. That thing, I ain't going to talk about a man's race car, but that thing don't look good. It looks like it's junk. All right, getting ready for B-Main number 2.
All right, guys, we're on green. Coming back to green. Andrew, 12 laps. 12 laps.
12 laps on the sheet. Blake Steele on the pole in the 11B. It's Brooks Jones. On the outside in the second row is Matt Joseph in the 89. Heath Hudler on the outside. Clint Crawford, Kevin Sertier. Hunter Mays, Ted Denson, Jeremy James Dubois, Jason Emerson, Michael Williamson, Joshua Bird, and Stephen Fluker. Here comes Kevin Sertier. Oh, he made contact with Hudler. Little contact there. Oh, Hudler now turned around backwards. And it'll be a caution on the speedway. The 15M slides into the infield. On a separate incident, that's Michael Williams in the 15M. And everybody jamming on the brakes there as Hudler still facing traffic outside turn 4. All right, here we go. Blake Steele going to lead them back to the green. Now Joseph, Brooke Jones, here's the second row. And looks like Jay may have, a big collision. The 23, oh my goodness gracious. Kevin Saucier down here. The 23 is the one I'm worried about the most, guys. Y'all go check him out. The 23 of Jeremy James Dubois has taken a heavy hit to the front end of that race car. I see him moving around. Good to see that. There are cars scattered everywhere. I'm not sure what the Triple X hit the outside wall for over here in turn 4, but he may have been caught up in that incident. There was arcing and sparking on the backstretch wall, and then the cars cluttered together. I believe somebody had slowed down, and it created havoc out on the racetrack. Lots of damage, about 4 cars heavily damaged there in that incident. No laps complete, still on lap number 1. Hunter Mays that was caught up in the incident. It looks like he is rolling on his own. Jeremy Dubois, heavy damage on the front left side of that race car. And they will end on the hook truck. But I believe the rest of them may be able to continue. The 33, Joshua Bird, is pushed through the infield. He's able to refire. He'll join the back of the field there. As they score it right now, Blake Steele, Brooks Jones, Matt Joseph, Clint Crawford, your transfers, a Triple X, had a heavy contact, as I said a minute ago, with the fourth turn wall. He was able to limp on out and join the rest of the field. They're parked over in the backstretch at this point in time. The Triple X and several other cars. Just glad to see Jeremy James Dubois, all right, after heavy contact to the wall. Once again, under caution after a heavy impact in the turn 3 wall. Then the 23 of Jeremy James Dubois to the infield. They'll have to possibly tow that race car back to pit side once this race has concluded. Triple X does have some track workers looking around the race car to make sure he's able to continue. As we said earlier, a heavy hit over here in turn 4 wall. He was able to continue on. Let's see what's left of that race car. Robert Pfluger, the Cuba, Alabama driver, Stephen Fluker, I should say. I'm sorry. I don't know why I called him Robert. But the front end, heavy damage on the front end of that car. Kind of a split hood there. So 1 lap complete. Still 11 to go.
What's going on with the Triple X back there? His race labor quit working. He wants to know where he goes. He will go behind the 12. He goes behind the 12.
Well, we'll stack them back up, line them back up where they're supposed to be. Want to thank you fans for coming out and enjoying some dirt track racing with us here on this Saturday night. Prelude to the Southern Street Stock Nationals. Of course, in the features tonight, there will be a driver that locks his way into the main event. You would think that that driver who is in the number 1 spot, of course, he would be the one that transfers. Well, that's not really the way this works because each driver will have a chance to race his way in. That driver is just guaranteed a starting spot. So if he races his way in, it will go to the next driver that races his way through that guaranteed spot. So it's kind of an open door there for who may actually use that provisional to get in. As we got debris on the backstretch after that lengthy caution, I believe somebody has lost maybe a hood wing or something for that. Tailpiece, maybe.
Hey, in the future, let the cars come around and get 1 lap in. That way we can at least get 1 lap in. And then throw it. I mean, it was right at the 3rd caution. We just need to get a lap in.
So 3rd caution, no laps complete. Y'all ready for the Street Side National? I know I am. Nowhere I'd rather be. Craig Crawford holding that final transfer spot. He's got Kevin Sochier. And Hunter Mays is going to be battling for that position along with Jason Emerson, Ted Denson, Joshua Bird, I'm sorry. Michael Williams in that 15M. Heath Hudler in the 7. Stephen Fluker in the 17. Who's going to get the final transfer spot?
The 7 back toward the track.
Here we go, getting ready. One lap complete. Still 11 to go. Brooks Jones to the outside. Matt Joseph on the inside. That's row 2. Brooks Jones out of Columbus, Mississippi. Trying to make a pass on the 11B. Blake Steele, the Lawrenceburg, Tennessee driver. And Crawford, he's going to work his way up the hill. The 12J. Oh, man. And the 12J wound up in the wall over here. Seven's Ocean may have had a little bit of... Ooh, Stephen Fluker goes around over in turn 2. And a caution, debris scattered all over the front stretch. I'll tell you what, that Triple X has hit everything but the flag stand.
Triple X seems to be the cause of a lot of these cautions. It's up to me.
The Triple X has kind of been the talk of the night. It's been in several of these incidents. Come out in hot lap qualifying, hot lap with a smoking rear end. But here he is on a transfer spot. Does it look like getting anybody get charged with the caution there? I'm not sure. So Fluker may have been the charged caution. He's in the back. Here we go. Green is out. Whoa, y'all watch out. Now he's throwing wheel covers like Frisbees, man. Y'all got to watch that Triple X. Here's the 12J, Crawford. Crawford ain't going to take no junk from him. He pushes him up the racetrack. Crawford already in the wall earlier because of Triple X. Now he makes a clean pass on Kevin Sarsier. It's Crawford down on the bottom, man. The Triple X turns in the field, and he collects Hudler. So this should do it as the radiators popped on it. Fluid rolling all out on the racetrack. Sometimes these problems handle themselves, but it didn't. Took about half the race cars out before it finally happened. It's always one car to make things interesting. Well, that car now sitting there with a busted radiator. Hudler, quite a hit there as well. He's facing traffic. He took his hat off. Y'all want me to call him on the intercom? So, Hudler.
We got all kind of water on track. Also, I got to wait for the quick inspection.
Sounds like you might have it refired. There's a whole lot of water out on the racetrack after that incident with the Triple X.
Andrew, we're going to go green one.
They're calling for a green-white checker here. Unfortunately, these cars are just not cooperating. So the transfer will be, well, there's 5 cars left. So 1 car won't make the show. Williams has parked it down in the infield. I don't believe that is the Michael Williams I thought it was. It may be. This Michael Williams out of Scenes, Alabama. So, no, that is not the Michael Williams I had thought it to be. Driving from the coast of Mississippi. So, Hudler's going to have to ride on the hook truck. So it will be a green-white checker when we go back racing. Hot shots, enduros, y'all should be in staging lanes. Racing USA late model sportsman cars. You should be lined up behind those hot shots. So 4 spots available, 5 cars out in the field. Somebody's going to go home. Well, caution lights are out. We're going green this time by. Blake Steele, Brooks Jones, Clint Crawford, Ted Denson. Here we go. Joshua Bird in the 33. Oh, the 8 and 9 and Joseph able to continue on. And Crawford slides it up the hill. He's in the second spot. Blake Steele, your leader, white flag. Hey, Crawford driving it off the bank. Here he goes to his door in the backstretch. Crawford going up to the top. Can he get it this time? Hey, Crawford's going to pick up the win. Blake Crawford in the 12J. He seals the deal. He was putting the wall here about 3 laps ago. Now he takes the lead and the win. That's the flag stand. Looks like the 33 of Joshua Bird and Matt Joseph will go home. So.
Anybody interested, I don't really question you or factory start car without standing.
Slightly used. Slightly used for sure. Well, that was an interesting turn of events there. You can see that several cars were totaled in this factory stock event. Hopefully they will have plenty of time, just about 10 days before they have to have these cars pieced back together for the big event coming up.
We got that in.
So we're getting ready for the Enduro Hot Shot event, main event, 8 laps. So as we get ready to bring out the enduro cars, man, oh man, really just now getting into feature racing. Guys, we got plenty to eat at the concession stands. It's no line there. Go ahead and run through and grab you something to eat real quick. We got cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, all kinds of good stuff. One thing, Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, Trucker Supply, Chick-fil-A, the Mississippi Street Stock Series by Jackson Industrial for being sponsors, Trax Plus for being a track sponsor as well. Enduro cars out onto the front stretch as we get ready for their main event. Starting shotgun on the field, it's going to be the 5 car of Mikey Williams. To the inside of Trevor Ishii, neither one of those cars made the call. Row 4 is going to be David Miner in the 75. He's got Scott Williams in the big 6 on the inside. Outside row 3 is Scott Gable in the 7 machine. It's Doug Todd on the inside in the 4T. Josh Smith on the outside of row 2, and on the inside is Wiley Williams. And Tyler Simpson shares the front row with David Todd. And Tyler Simpson get another win. Wagner throws the green. 8 laps on the board. Oh, the 75 of Miner spins it out in front of the big 6. No contact. Miner able to keep it going. So Todd and Simpson doing battle. David Todd and Tyler Simpson. Simpson seems to be just a tad bit off pace. I think he's trying to race with 2 hands. The one-hand man maybe experiencing a slow hand. He's caught up to the David Todd machine. He's going to look to the outside. Back to the inside this time. The 0 car of Tyler Simpson. Not in his normal car. There's actually a battle for the track championship going on right here. Cross flags in the air. Tyler Simpson sends it in through the corner. He's sideways, but not lost the tail of the 4 machine. David Todd able to maintain that lead, but Simpson, he's definitely got that hand working again. Simpson, can he get around the 4 car? It'll be white flag this time. Simpson, I think he's trying to race with 2 hands. I really do. There's the 2-6 in the air. 2 to go this time. Simpson. It had 8 laps on the main, but they're going 10. Simpson gets a couple extra laps. Let's see if he can get it done. Simpson will line up. He can get to his rear bumper, but he just can't get around David Todd. Let's see if David watches his rear view. Oh, Todd, don't lean on him. Not enough. David has run a smooth race. Now they are door to door. David Todd may have slipped there. Tyler Simpson goes slide up in front of him. He's got a broke front end. That's what happened. David Todd broke the left front of his race car. Out of nowhere, Tyler Simpson picks up the win for a perfect season. Oh, no. I said that way too fast. I'm sorry. The perfect season is not, because Doug Todd won a few races ago, but almost a perfect season. And Tyler Simpson won it in fashion there on the last lap. Wow. terrible break for David Todd. He had led most of the race. Something is give out on the left front of that race car. It slowed him down. And it was just enough to get Tyler Simpson around. But there he is, race fans. He's captured another one. So 10 wins on the season. No, 8 wins on the season. 10 features. That's right. 10 feature races, 8 wins, 10 top 10s, and 10 top 5s. Tyler Simpson, man, he did it in 2 cars, too. Lady Luck was on his side that time. David Todd would have most definitely probably won that race had he not had that front-end break, but that's the way racing goes. Tyler Simpson down in victory lane again. Put on a heck of a race for us this year, Tyler. We appreciate you. Hopefully we'll see these cars back for the Fall Classic in October. The one-hand man does it again.
How many laps are you going for these guys? 15? Yes, sir, 15. Lucky dropped the receiver up on the track. Somebody needs to check it.
Getting ready for the Sportsman feature race. 15 laps. Starting shotgun on the field is going to be Aaron Keith in the 18 machine out of Enterprise, Mississippi. David Franklin starts on the outside of the road out of Pachuta, Mississippi. Row 7 outside. Sam McLeod. On the inside, Shelby Payne. Outside row 6, Jason Micah in the 11 is Joshua Mosley in the 1J. Row 5 outside, Tommy Nichols on the inside, Tyler Mosley. Row 4, Nick Lambert. On the inside of him is Alex Bynum in the 257. Row 3 is Trey Murphy on the outside of the 21. On the inside is Andy Pippin. Row 2 outside, in the 01 it's Nick Thrash. It's Josh Parkerson in that yellow 127. And row 1 outside, Spencer Hughes in the 11. It's Bailey Callahan, the Ware, Mississippi driver, on the pole position. All right, so here we are. Getting ready for the Sportsman main event. Oakland Modifieds are up next, guys. Modifieds. Y'all need to be in staging lanes, ready to go. Oakland Modifieds, let's go. What's Thrash doing? Nick Thrash has rolled over to the turn 4 wall. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a transponder issue. Could be a race receiver issue. We'll find out. So Thrash will pull back up to his spot as we get ready to go green. This 15-lap event.
We'll keep up. Lights out, coming to green. Lights out, coming to green.
All right, so it's Callahan. I'll lead them to the green. 15 laps to go. It's the chosen one. Spencer Hughes on the outside. Here we go. Callahan quick on the draw, and it was a good one this time. The 20 machine separated by about 2 car lengths on that start. 1 lap complete. Spencer Hughes going to get that thing wound up. He'll shoot it down the backstretch. Up near the top side, Spencer Hughes going to let it hang off the rail. Holding that second spot, Parkinson in the third spot. Nick Thrash holds the 4th spot at the Andy Pippin in the 87. He's in the 5 spot. About a second and a half difference between the 87, that's in 5th, and the 20 machine of Callahan. It's Callahan on point. Spencer Hughes in the second spot. Hughes 0.882 seconds behind the leader. Josh Parkinson holds the 3rd spot. It's Nick Thrash in the 4th spot. Callahan, smooth operator. Through the back stretch, he'll hold the bottom line. He's got Spencer Hughes in tow. Spencer still 0.873 seconds behind. And could be problems for the 1T at Mosley. Tyler Mosley off pace. He'll go a lap down. Callahan and Sid Franklin a lap down. Now he's working the back door. The Fox McLeod and the 257 spins in front of the field. Oh, a heavy rear end hit by the 22 into the 257 of Alex Bynum. Shelby Payne decides to go up the racetrack to avoid the incident. And it looks like the 257 blocked that lane off as he spun backwards. Heavy front end impact on the 22. The 40 machine facing backwards. The 11 car stabbed his nose. Of course, that's not the 11 of Spencer Hughes, though. That is the other 11 machine. Of Jason Micah. He's going to roll that 11 off of the 1T. So this all kind of started when the 257 Maytagged it, facing the field. jamming everybody on the brakes. .22 at Shelby Payne, definitely. Took the hard end of that hit. Had nowhere to go, decided to come up near the wall, and that was about the time the 257 to a stop facing the field. They'll try to get the debris cleaned up, and we'll get back going again. 9 laps complete. He's going to take the hook truck, I believe, get the 22 off the racetrack. The left front wheel has caved in underneath the Sportsman late model car. Probably could be damage on the right side as well for the young man. Unfortunate there for the 22. Shelby Payne had nowhere to go. Oxford, Mississippi driver. But Mosley, not a lot of damage there. Franklin, not a lot of damage on his car either. Actually, Bynum probably doesn't have as much damage as you would have thought by the way that the 22 barreled into him. But really, it looks like the one with the most amount of damage happens to be the 22 there on Shelby Payne. Mosley able to continue on his own as the 1J of Joshua Mosley. David Franklin still down here, facing traffic. We'll see if they can get him refired to turn around as we get ready to finish this event. Still 6 laps to go. Bailey Callahan, your leader. Spencer Hughes, Joshua Parkinson, Nick Thrash, and Andy Pippin, your top 5. So Franklin has a broke tire rod. That will conclude his night. Unfortunate for the 40 car. He was having a good run. And we've watched that car get faster throughout the year. We was hoping Franklin would be able to end the night here on a good run. And unfortunately, circumstances will keep that from happening. So, but I tell you what, it's guys like David Franklin. He'll get the thing put together. He'll be here for the fall classic. You just wait and see. Franklin, a long-time supporter of this racetrack, former track champion. I believe the 2013 Pure Stock champion there. Appreciate that update there, Joey Ekman. Sorry I couldn't answer the phone. So they'll roll Franklin to the infield. Smoking Joe's night is over with. Bailey Callahan. We're going to lead them back to the green. As soon as we get them lined back up, stacked back up, we'll line them, stack them, rack them once again. So, getting ready to go back again. Still 6 laps. You okay? So the 90 machine has to get a push there. The 90, driven by Nick Lambeth. At least somebody had asked us that earlier today, who was in the 90 machine. It's Nick Lambeth out of Flomaton, Alabama. Not bad, Ryan. I just now seeing that on Messenger. Lambeth gets the push off, and he'll join where he's supposed to go as we get ready to go back green. We'll see if they call a double file, Dixie double file restart, if we get a single file restart here. I'd probably say with 6 to go, we'll get us a double file. We're going to get the 1 to go signal this time by. It'll be green flag. Let me come back around. Bailey Callahan trying to hold back the stampede. 1 to go, the signal given. Callahan's going to lead the herd. Spencer Hughes. I'll tell you what, he didn't time that one out just right. Callahan was quick on the throttle. Parkinson got to hold back the rats. Here comes Murphy. Ray Murphy trying to throw his name in the list. Him and Andy Pippin swapping positions. And a car down in the infield. Caution on the speedway. Caution for a car spinning in turn 2. So 12 laps complete. It'll be 3 to go. Now we may see a single file restart. Plenty of bugs back around the lights. I don't know about y'all. I kind of got worried there about 30 minutes ago. The bugs disappeared, but lighting it off in the distance. It looks like we're good now. The bugs, plenty of bugs up in the lights. So Bailey Callahan, the Ware, Mississippi driver, trying to hold back our local hero, Spencer Hughes, Parkerson, and the 127, the French Camp, Mississippi driver. And Dick Thrash in the 4th spot, Andy Pippin in the 5th spot. Here we go. Green, green, green. Single mile restart, just as I had predicted. Dick Thrash on the guns to the door handles of the 127 on the outside lane. 2 to go, 2-6 in the air. Callahan trying to tiptoe it on the bottom. Here comes Spencer Hughes. He's going to hold the rail in the back stretch, about 2 car lengths behind. White flag. Callahan's got him by 2 car lengths. Bailey Callahan sends it into the backstretch as he starts to pull away now 4 car lengths on the 11. Checkered flag is out. Bailey Callahan picks up the win. Spencer Hughes comes home second. Parkinson with the podium finish. Bailey Callahan does it again. And will be his 7th win on the season for Bailey Callahan. His 5th win here at the House of Hook. 7 wins on the season, 5 of them right here at the House of Hook. Congratulations to the Ware, Mississippi driver, Bailey Callahan.
You got the modified lined up? Yes, sir. Chris, we go up ahead and call
Trey Racing USA late model cars. Trey Racing USA late model cars. You need to be lined up, ready to go.
Hey, you may want to get somebody going down the hill here on the 95 going to the motor one.
So Bailey Callahan getting his picture taken. 5 wins this year at the House of Hook, 7 on the season. Not too shabby. Out of 18 features, 14 top 5, 16 top 10 finishes for the season so far. Has his lovely bride-to-be down beside him in victory lane. That's photo 1, Scott Oglesby. Gets that photo. Appreciate photo 1 for grabbing these awesome memories. I want to thank McDeal as well. I believe we have Alan Mitchell here as well, right? Is that Alan over there in turn 1? Wave at us if that's you, Alan. May not be here. So that'll do it for the Sportsman late model feature as we get ready for the Great Racing USA Street Stock feature. I'm sorry. Great Racing USA late model feature. Sorry about that. Well, you got to love those street stocks, man. I have a feeling they're going to put us on a great show here in just a little bit. So we got to wait for Bailey Callahan. Bailey Callahan's got to get into the late model car that he has. So I don't know if they're going to drive that car out here. Oh, okay, never mind. We got the modifieds. That's right, modifieds. So I'm just messing everything up, y'all. Modifieds for their Main event, Rusty Harrison, Buster Foley, and Robert Cassidy. Next, after this race, will be the Crate Racing USA Late Model event. Crate Racing USA Late Model cars, y'all be in staging lanes, ready to go. Here we go. Green, 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 green. Robert Cassidy slides up. Oh, Rusty Harrison has to back off the gas there. Little contact between Buster Foley and Rusty Harrison. Now they starting to separate just a little bit. Harrison's holding that left front. He's about 5-6 car lengths though behind Robert Cassidy, your leader. And Buster Foley turns it around backward. I believe that will bring out a caution. Guys, make sure if your night is over with, you are turning in those transponders. These ladies want to get out of here at an appropriate time here tonight, and the way to help them do that is by turning in these transponders just as soon as your race event is over with. If your race night is already done, please turn in those transponders. So we'll reline them and stack them once again. Robert Cassidy, your leader, Rusty Harrison, and Buster Foley. 3 cars in the main event for the modifieds. Not a very good showing here tonight for the modifieds in the last race of the season. Only a little bit off pace. Harrison about 2 car lengths now on the rear of Cassidy. Howard's used cars on the back of that race car for Scooby-Doo on the side of the K9 machine. Your followers at home on the radio, I'd like to let you know that is a pink lettered K9. And caution on the speedway this time for Rusty Harrison. It's going to be interesting if we have to use a 2 spin out caution rule here. 2 cars have spun out already, but each time it's been in separate cars. So the next time one of these cars spins, it could be their night. Rusty Harrison going to get a little push stroke there, get him refired. Harrison, the Meridian, Mississippi driver. Crate Racing USA late model cars. Crate Racing USA late model cars, you need to be lined up for your main event. Cassidy, going to lead back to the green. It's 4 laps complete. Don't go green. I come over there over the radio. They have halted the restart there. Second cell phone. Green, green, green. So it's Robert Cassidy. Out front, Buster Foley. And Rusty Harrison. Harrison and Foley. That's a new battle as Cassidy starts to pull away. 5 laps complete. Halfway to go this time. No, 2 to go this time, back. They have cut this main event from 15 laps to 8 laps. Checkered out this time by Robert Cassida. He's going to pick up the win. Buster Foley looks like he's going to come home second. Rosa Harrison just missed it. He finishes third. We have a cell phone turned in upstairs. It has a Bible verse on the front of the screensaver. There is a profit in hard work, but mere talk leads to poverty. So if you have that on the front of your cell phone, we have your cell phone up here in the Speedway Tower. Congratulations to Robert Cassida. He's our track champion. I believe this will be his third year in a row being the track champion. Howard's used cars on the back of that machine. Way to go, Robert. Heck of a year for you this year. Looks like they've got a crew there with them. They're going to get their pictures made. Street stock cars, Crate Racing USA Street Stocks. Y'all need to be lined up in staging lanes for your A-main. Crate Racing USA Street Stock cars. Get ready. Robert Cass has brought quite a few of his young fans with him to this race this season. They'll get their picture made in Victory Lane. How about that? That's the way to take care of them youngins. Love to see that. Robert, a true champion, not only in his heart, but also on the racetrack. Lovely wife there with him. And he can celebrate a championship here at the House of Hook. Getting ready for the 20-lap main event for the Crate Racing USA late model cars. Lining them up from rear to front. Ryan Boudreaux in the 99 machine out of New Orleans, Louisiana. He'll line up shotgun on the field. Outside, row 7, it's the 14 of Casey Haney. Inside lanes, the 44 of Tim Dees. Row 6 outside, Joshua Thomas and Jeffrey Cooper on the inside lane. Jason Henry, the Brandon, Mississippi driver in the 10 machine on the outside of row 5. On the inside, it's Jimbo McDuffie in the 760. Bryce Fulton-Leroy in the 4 machine outside row 4. And on the inside is Riley Sheedy out of French Camp, Mississippi. Row 3 outside Bailey Callahan, the Ware, Mississippi driver. And it's Eli Thomas on the inside. Row 2 outside, Boogie Time, Larry Murphy in the 27M. And on the inside lane, it's Chris McEnany. On the row 1 outside, it's Spencer Hughes in the 10H. And on the inside lane, on the pole position, out of Seminary, Mississippi, it's David Williamson.
Everybody good? We ready?
David's got one win this year. One main event, one feature win this year at Jackson Motor Speedway back on June 3rd. We'll see if he can get him a main event win here tonight at the House of Hook. Chris McElhaney and Jason Henry are separated by 2 points in the track championship. That's the second place. Larry Murphy is 210. He's 12 points and 14 points back. David Williamson sitting 190 to throw his name in the top 5, or at least top 3 with a win here tonight and a couple of other things going his way. So he's got Spencer Hughes to the outside. It's Williamson on the inside. Oh, that will open the door. Spencer Hughes able to complete the pass. Now McElhaney's going to work on the inside of the 28. The 27 of McElhaney's got him by a door fender up front. McElhaney has the 28 cleared now for second spot. Williamson about 2 car lengths off pace. Eli Thomas in the 5. He's about 4 car lengths off the 28. Spencer Hughes goes straight to the top. He'll ride the rail. Ripping the lip as he goes into the back stretch. McElhaney now works the bottom lane as he'll inch up there. Maybe McElhaney trying a different line. Williamson a little bit off pace now. He's losing ground to the 27. .6 seconds now off the back end of the 27. That's David Williamson. McElhaney closing in on .795 seconds behind Spencer Hughes, who's leading this race. 7 laps complete, 13 to go. It's Spencer Hughes out front. Boy, it's a hornet's nest back here in the back. Behind Jimbo McDuffie, it's the 7th place through. Oh, Casey Haynes is going to slide to the infield. Not the race he was looking for here tonight. Casey Haynes' night is done. 3 wide, Jeffrey Cooper. The 27, Bryce Fulton-Leroy. Oh, contact there. As we said, the Hornets' nest is back here in the 7th position. Jeffrey Cooper finally able to get around the 4 machine. We'll peek back over here. Spencer, maybe about a half a straightaway now from starting to put some cars a lap down. Halfway home. It's 9 to go this time box. 11 laps complete, 9 to go. Spencer Hughes in cruise control. It's McElhaney, about a half a straightaway behind the 25 to 10 machine in the 27. And it's the 28 of Williamson, David Williamson in the 3rd spot. He's got Eli Thomas in tow. And Bailey Callahan settling for that 5 spot. 12 laps complete. Now 13 complete, 7 to go. Spencer will be closing in on the back bumper of the 44 here in just a couple of moments. 14 laps complete, 6 to go. 5 more laps to go. It's Spencer Hughes. He's about 2 car lengths off the rear bumper of the lap car, Tim D. Inching closer and closer to the hornet's nest we were telling you about. It's 4 to go. Dealing with lap traffic now. They could close in McElhaney in the closing laps here. It's 3 to go. McElhaney has made up some distance now. About a half a second behind the 10. Spencer, heavy traffic. Mirrored in traffic. 2 laps to go, 2.6 in the air. 15 is a lap down now. As Spencer's working on putting Murphy and D's a lap down as well. White flag. One more time around for Spencer Hughes. That'll do it, race fans. Spencer comes home, takes home a checker flag. He'll take the win in the Great Racing USA Late Model Division. Micah Haney comes home a close second. David Williamson finishes third. Eli Thomas and Bailey Callahan rounding out your top five. So now to the main event. Great Racing USA Street Stock Cars will roll out on the speedway after the picture taken by Spencer Hughes in photo 1.
We got to line up. Good job. Chris McQueen, Paul Pakistan. Start rolling for the line.
Factory stock cars, you need to be lined up. So Spencer Hughes, his first win of the season. I can't believe he's gone all year long at the Alky Hook. This is his first win, second win on the season for the young man.
Hey, Chris, can you do the transponder people a favor?
Okay, wait a minute. He's got second win here.
30-minute practice session at the race if you're going to practice. So please make sure you turn in your transponders before you practice. We will not be doing times, just open track for practice. But they need to turn in their transponders before they go out to practice.
10-4. So Spencer Hughes does have a win here at the House Hook this year already. It was the open wheel modified March 4th, the Battle of the States here at One Eye Motorsports Park. But definitely hard-fought win here tonight. Glad to have Spencer back home for us. First win in a late model this year. All right, guys, if you are planning to practice this evening after the main event, you need to go ahead and turn in those transponders. They're not saving time. They're not doing time data. So please turn in those transponders as quickly as you can. Do not come out during the practice session with a transponder. You need to turn that transponder in, guys. Factory stock cars. Y'all need to head to lineup. Staging lanes for your main event here tonight. Race fans, y'all give it up. It's Spencer Hughes. Next time we see him, it'll be on TV. Tearing it up in the Lucas Late Model Tour Series. You can catch those races on Flow Racing. If you are not a subscriber, I would suggest that. Watch all kinds of races. I watch Stafford a lot. I like Stafford Raceway. So getting ready for our street stock main event. There's a couple of things online here. First, 1,000 buckaroos. Second, a guaranteed starting spot into the main event of the Southern Street Stock Nationals. That is the most valuable, I believe. It'll last a lot longer than that money will, that's for sure. The memory of making a Southern Street Stock National race. It is a big deal. When you have over 100 cars competing for 33 spots, it's a big deal.
All right, let's roll that street stock feature. All right, let me get back up there real quick.
We're getting ready for the A-Main Street Stock Feature event.
Andrew.
20 laps.
Andrew. Yeah, there you go. 20 laps, buddy. There you go.
Gary Sutton will line up shotgun on the field. Dennis Ross on the inside lane of row 12. Lining up on the outside of row 11 is Trey Horton in the 43. On the inside, it's going to be Hunter Duncan. Row 10 outside, Trevor Woodard and T.J. Herndon out of Atwood, Tennessee. Row 9 outside, Chad Thrash. On the inside lane is Jackson Moore out of Grenada, Mississippi. Row 8 outside, Cody Chisholm out of Amory, Mississippi. On the inside is Shelby Sheedy, the Project X race car driver out of French Camp, Mississippi. Row 7 outside is Bryce Fauntleroy in the 114. And on the inside is Matt Henderson in the 5H. Row 6 outside, Jim Jarvis in the 36, and on the inside lane is Bo Miner In the 1M. Outside row 5, Kevin Spears in the 4. In the 8P, it's Wyatt Parker. Row 4 outside, Brandon Hill in the double deuce. And on the inside lane is Blake Comer. Row 3 outside, Heath Miner in the 15. It's Vicky Childs Flair in the Cash Money Motorsports Machine, the 521. Row 2 outside, Logan Bright in the 82. On the inside lane is Lee Ray. Starting on the outside pole in the 13 machine out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, it's Bryce Edby. And on the pole position here tonight out of Coker, Alabama, it's Trey Bright. 20 laps. Here we go. Edby has been on a tear. Edby able to roll up to the back bumper. Trey Bright, the best in the business, though. Oh, the 22 gets jacked up and turns in front of the field, and we've got several cars turned around. No big contact there, just some late spinning. So she, Comer, and Hill all facing backwards. That'll get them turned around. I believe that was the 22 who may have washed up there. Hill looks okay. Car looks fine anyway. Big old happy birthday to my niece, Miss Dixie Grace. Late birthday wish. Listen. So we're racked and stacked, ready to do it again. Uh-oh. Simon's calling it off, though. Still under caution. We'll get the one to go maybe next time by. The 151 is found himself at the rear of the field. That's Claire back out on the racetrack. So we've re-racked and stacked. Complete restart here. It's Bright on the inside lane. Chesby on the outside. Then you got Lee Ray. And Bright. Oh, no. Contact to Miner. Heath Miner gets spun around by the 22. And that'll junk him from the rear of the field. Just said something about Sutton there. Woodard also collected in the mix. It looks like the 22 got to the rear of the 15, spun him around, and then that jammed the brakes for everybody else. We'll see if Miner not very happy with the 22 of Hill there. Definitely showing some displeasure. Looks like the fire took care of itself. A lot of times, a little bit of fuel leaks down on those headers when they refire them. You'll see that fireball shoot out of them, but no harm, no foul. I don't believe the 15 is in any apparent danger as they try to separate those cars over there. We'll see how they call that caution. I do believe it was the 22 put the front bumper to the 15 machine, so we'll see how that's called by the tower there. Brandon Hill, the driver out of Amarillo, Mississippi. We do have a cell phone turned in up here. We got a cell phone turned in. It's a red iPhone. I don't know what kind. It's just an iPhone. It has a Bible verse on the front of it, Proverbs verse 14:23. Mom just called and hung up. So if Mom just called your phone, so your phone is up here in the tower. Mom, you just called. If you're out there, you know that we have his cell phone. Problems maybe for Henderson down here in the 5 machine. He parked it in front of the flag stand on the front stretch. He will refire and I believe be able to join the group. So it looks like they got the mess cleaned up. Uh-oh. Yep, I think we got a phone here. Okay. All right, DJ, we got your phone back to you. Don't leave it on the race car no more. Huh? Okay, they found it on the wall at the pit entrance. So glad you got your cell phone back, buddy. All right, that's Horton over there in the 43. It looks like the cars are rolling again. We'll see how they've scored the 22. Maybe they gave him a spot back. Maybe it looks like Keith Minor got his spot back. So still no laps complete. That may be the reason for no harm, no foul there on the 22 machine.
Never mind. I think they give the one to go this time. Bible got another car pulled up.
Gary Sutton over here in the 151 yellow machine. A little bit of fender damage on the front end of that race car. So we're ready to rack them, stack them, go back green. It is a complete, once again, a complete restart, a complete start. You're 0 laps complete. So 1 to go given. Uh-oh, they're waving off the start. Looks like there may be some debris left out on the racetrack. Oh, they are giving the 1 to go. Caution lights are out. We will be green flag racing this time back. Here we go, green, green, green. Says he's going to pick to the outside. He's got to gain some ground if he's going to get to that 9 machine. Chesby digging in the dirt, but he ain't making no ground. They all clear out of turn 2. Calamity corner. No victims this time around. It's Bright out front. Trey Bright opens up the lead by about 4 car lengths. Trey Bright, the Coker, Alabama driver, looking to seal the deal for him to not have to race his way in to the Southern Freestyle National. He will be given an opportunity to race his way in, but he will also have a provisional if he wins this race that will guarantee him into the main event. TJ Herndon off the pace, not the run we were expecting from the one machine out of Atwood, Tennessee. He's headed pit side. Trey Bright out here looking flawless. 5 laps complete, 15 to go. No effort at all with that 09 machine. Just cruising through the corners there on a Sunday drive. Trey Bright getting it done here tonight. It'll be 7 laps complete this time by. Still 13 to go. Chesby about a half a straightaway behind the 09. 1.5 seconds back behind the leader is Chesby in the 13 machine. Blake Comer having a really good run, though. Blake Comer in the 5. He's in the 3rd spot. Lee Ray sits in the 4th spot. It's Logan Bright in the 5 spot. So Comer having a fast ride here tonight. Out of the wind, slipped through his hands a few weeks ago. How important it is to get a good finish here at the Prelude to the Street Stock Nationals. Top 6 in the air, halfway home for Ray Bright. Sutton off pace. Oh, and cars are sliding in front. Bright's going to have to get on the brakes hard. He barely clears the spinning traffic. Cody Chisholm in the 43 of Horton. In turn 3, brings out the caution. Near disaster for the 09 Bright as he was tiptoeing through traffic there and come up on a couple of spun out cars. Luckily, nobody hit him. He was about 4 or 5 car lengths from the 13, so that gave Chesby the time he needed to get on the brakes there, keep a collision from happening with the leader. Halfway home, Trey Bright's been in cruise control throughout this whole race. But this will bunch them back up. We'll see what can happen here. Blake Comer, as we said earlier, heck of a run by the 5 machine. Lee Ray, former champion, in the 2 machine. With Logan Bright.
Was the 33 the caution?
Still under caution here. Duffy, Blake Palmer, Lee Ray, Logan Bryant. What is going on? Because if this scorecard is right, that means Trey Bright has Logan's transponder. And Logan has Trey Bright's transponder. How is that possible? I don't know if it's just my screen, but it's got the first place missing data and Trey Bright in the fifth spot. But I believe those transponders are not correct.
Yeah, we got it fixed already.
Dental, okay. So Trey Bright. Trey Bright looking to hold it on here. With 10 laps complete, 10 laps to go. Green and green this time. Great. Able to start inching away from the 13. Heavy traffic behind it. Gary Sutton goes around. Will there be a caution here? That is the second caution, I believe, on the 151. Caution flag on the speedway. Okay. Well, still on the caution here. One to go, 11 laps complete, 9 to go. Trey Bright, can he hold him back? For that guaranteed start spot in the 11th annual Southern Street Stock National. Coming up here, practice on the 16th, racing on the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Green is out to Blake Palmer. Get that 5 machine up front. Looking right under pressure. He's got Lee Ray. Ray on the hammer. Well, that's Shelby Beatty. He is up. He was spotted up the racetrack. He's doing battle with the 9. Chad Rash. Now Shadby throws his name in the mix, and it's a crossover. Bright able to get back in front of the 13. Shadby up near the wall. Looking Bright trying to close that lane. He does a good job, too. Desby there, though. Here comes Blake Palmer. So, Trey Bright may be in trouble, race fans. Here comes Blake Palmer to the second spot. Bright gathers his breath. Put a little distance now. Maybe a half crossing on the 5. It'll be 5 to go this time by. If you're going to catch Trey Bright, they have to do it on a green turn here. Do the 6 on green flag race. Right. He easily pulls away from the field. Desby driving off the rail. Crash slides up the racetrack. Back to 6. Honor. They have MVP Minor hitting the infield. Logan Bright. Maintaining that 4th spot. Desby in 3rd. Blake Palmer in 2nd. They're trying to edge of that nine, and he's closing the gap. This could be close. It'll be 2 to go this time by Blake Homer. They picked it up by about a second that time. Closing within 2 car lengths. Now he's riding up the racetrack. 1 car length separating him and the leader. Homer, super fast in the backstretch. Wright's going to shut him off here. 1 to go. Ray Wright. The story will be, Side did it again. Ray Wright has guaranteed him a spot into the Southern Street Side National. It'll be race number 11 for him, guys. Trey Wright, the Coker, Alabama driver, former national champion, will complete the streak. Will continue the streak. 11 races made for Trey Bright. Well, that'll take a lot of pressure off the driver, knowing that he has a guaranteed spot into the main event of the Southern Street Stock Nationals. Guys, please, please, please turn in those transponders as quickly as you can. Do not come out for the after-race practice with transponders on your car. No need for that, guys. Get those transponders turned in as quickly as possible. There's an excited Trey Bright right there, the Coker, Alabama driver. I mean, a lot of pressure just come off this man for having to make the show. Plus, he's $1,000 richer. That'll buy some new Hoosier 500s. Race fans, give it up for the old man, Trey Bright. Keep your eye on those second, third, and fourth place finishers over there, guys. Those places can be very important. They run into issues in a couple weeks here for the Street Stock Nationals. But right now, that provisional is held by Trey Bright. Trey, I just got one question. You're going to still try to race your way into the main event, right?
Of course he is. Make sure you say something about that. He is now still the only driver to make all the
He is the only driver to make every single one of these Southern Street Stock Nationals. It will be his 11th appearance. All right. Right, get this picture made. Now, you're not just going to show up Saturday and race, are you, Trey? Trey Bright, you're going to continue to try to race your way into the main event, correct?
Yes, sir. You are the man.
He's giving the thumbs up. He's still going to try to race his way in. He said, hey, I might have got a freebie here, but I'm going to get it started front row for that thing. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to start in the rear either, but not on 33 cars. He's going to try to race his way in the main event, but he has guaranteed him a spot in the main event. That'll help him sleep well for the next week and a half.
Let's roll, buddy. Let's roll.
Getting ready for the last event of the evening. It's the factory stop. 20 laps the event. 20 laps the event. Let's see who's on the pole position. Starting shotgun on the field in the 24th starting spot is Ted Dixon. Victor Ash will start on the inside lane of row 12 on the 5 machine. Outside, row 11, it's 5J of Brooks Jones. And on the inside line, it's Brad Taylor. Row 10 outside, Blake Steele in the 11 meet. On the inside lane is Jordan Breslin. Row 9, got Clint Crawford on the outside and Colton McClendon on the inside. Row 8 outside, Dylan Hall on the 28, and it's Eli McKinney in the 18M. Row 7 outside, TJ Grimes in the 157. It's Preston Johnson on the inside. It's Austin Rogers on the outside of row 6 in the 1R. And on the inside lane in the 114, it's Chris Dixon. Row 5 is Brandon Barnett on the outside. On the inside out of Morton, Mississippi, it's the 111 of Wayne Meadows. Outside row 4, the 02 is Justin Coleman out of Smithville, Mississippi. And on the inside lane, it's C.J. Hodges out of Grenada, Mississippi. Row 3, outside, Nathan Payne, the Guntown, Mississippi drivers, Johnny Pinnell on the inside. Row 2 is Justin King, Jay Downs, Aiden Fletcher, and Quaker Alabama's Justin Thomas on the pole position. Here they go. Nathan Page going to put the needle there, thread the needle. Ah, goodness, I don't see how he made that. It was 4 wide, and he come up through there. And Hodges turns it around backwards, missing traffic. He's able to read the tires. Blood caution on the speedway. No laps complete. We'll re-rack them and stack them as they were. Wow. Oh, it's a golf cart, too. A quick caution there. That's for C.J. Hodges, the Grenada, Mississippi driver. No lap complete, so he will get his spot back. Justin Thomas has rolled up to the top of the hill here. He may have a little bit of a fender rub. Track official pulling on the fender, the rear fender of the 55 double nickel. All right, getting ready to wrap them, tag them, and redeal them one more time. Justin Thomas, Aiden Fletcher on the front row. It's Jay Downs and Justin King on the second row. Here we go. 20 to go. 4 wide as they step out of turn 1 through turn 2. Is somebody going to make it? Everybody's going to make it. Nathan Page, no, didn't make it. Now there's a pileup. Oh, goodness. Cars sliding everywhere. Page let out of the gas and chaos ensued. My goodness gracious. There was cars sliding everywhere. Guntown, Mississippi driver is headed to pit side. Nathan Page has left the speedway. Don't forget, let's get those transponders turned in, guys. Get yours. Still no laps complete in this Valkyrie Stock main event. Over 40 cars here tonight to do battle for this guaranteed starting spot in the Southern Streetside Nationals. $1,000 to win. And we'll be green next time by. He's going to load up the golf cart, and yeah, we got all this stuff. Flagman looks him over. He'll give him the green. Here we go. Number one, Wayne Meadows gathers to the rear of the field. And we've completed a lap. It's Aiden Fletcher out front. Justin Thomas in the second spot. Justin King in the third. Jay Downs in the 26. He's now in the fourth spot. He's got Johnny Pinnell behind him. And the other two are Justin Coleman. The top three trying to separate themselves from the rest of the field. That's Justin King and Justin Thomas. They're trying to track down the Columbus, Mississippi driver, Aiden Fletcher. Aiden Fletcher leading this group of cars for the last 4 laps. The Columbus, Mississippi driver. No wins on the year. Can he get one here? Boy, it would be a big one. Fletcher pulling away. Justin Thomas, about a second difference between him and Fletcher. 6 laps complete. It'll be 7 this time by 13 to go. Johnny Pinnell has worked his way to the third spot, but he's under heavy pressure. He got the 26 down and King to the left of him. Fletcher pulling away about 2 car lengths on the double nickel. Justin Thomas. Justin King going to ride the top shelf. 9 laps complete, 11 to go. Fletcher doing well. Keeping the Stampede in the rearview mirror. Fletcher still leading this thing. Justin King Man, he's cleared 2 cars and then working on some more. He's going over the top shelf. He may have felt a little turbo boost in that 192 machine, 182 machine. So King now has the 3rd spot, and he's making ground on Justin Thomas. It'll be 8 laps to go this time by. Fletcher has lap traffic in front of him. Fletcher doesn't look, the lead does not look as solid as what it did just a few laps ago. Definitely, it looks as though Thomas will be down to a half a second now on Fletcher. Justin King, about a second now, I'll say. And the 182. Coming to 14 laps complete. 6 more to go this time by. The 12, Jay Crawford sends it to the infield, but now he's back on the racetrack. Right in front of the leader, Fletcher. Now Fletcher's got to slow down. He's got Justin Thomas to his inside. The double nickel is there. Fletcher, well, Crawford split up the racetrack there and gave the lane to the leader. Justin King has to get his way through. As Justin Thomas is not playing. He is on the bumper of the 14 machine. Aiden Fletcher's going to have his hands full, y'all. As Thomas is there. Justin Thomas has raced to the inside door of the 14. Aiden Fletcher being pushed up the racetrack now. Thomas may get him clear this time. Fletcher not in the preferred spot. It's something about that bottom there as they come off, and it's going to be Thompson with 3 laps to go. The double nickel has taken the lead for the first time here tonight. Fletcher's going to have to reel him back in. Thomas worked the inside groove. Now Fletcher's caught on the outside with lap traffic coming on board here. We'll be to the white flag. Next time by, 2-6 in the air. It's Fletcher and Comer. Oh, yeah, Fletcher goes to the inside. He got Thomas. He pulled one on him there. He did, race fan. Aiden Fletcher looked like he was going to the outside. He slides back to the front. Aiden Fletcher with the move of the race. Now, can he hold it to the corner? Thomas and make contact. Justin Thomas picks up the win. What a heartbreak for Aiden Fletcher. My goodness gracious, the move of the race was the lap before, but he may have stayed just a lap too soon what he was going to do. My goodness gracious, Justin Thomas. Man, that boy did it there. I ain't lying. I mean, he should have gave up after that pass. Aiden Fletcher tricked him over here with the lap traffic. He went to the outside, and then Cole tripled and come to the inside. And, oh, man, but Justin Thomas never blinked. He was able to recover it. He takes home that win, that guaranteed starting spot into the 11th annual Southern Street Stock Nationals. I see a fired-up crew down there at the out there on the racetrack. Coker, Alabama has swept the show here tonight. Trey Bright solidifies his way into the show. Now Justin Thomas in the double nickel has raced his way into the show. Guaranteed provision. Man, I cannot believe it. We said it tonight earlier how cool it would be to see these two guys. And man, oh man, you talking about a static crew down in Victory Circle. Race fans, we want y'all to return back here in just a few days. Well, a week from Wednesday will be practice night. Thursday night we'll kick the racing off. We'll race Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's the 16th of August through the 19th. For the 11th annual Southern Street Stock Nationals presented by Trax Plus, Freight Racing USA, and Jackson Industrial. So appreciate y'all being here tonight. Drivers, make sure you're turning in those transponders. And race fans, if y'all enjoyed the live broadcast here on the radio, make sure y'all get in touch with me because I want to see if there's a lot of a lot of happy customers with that, and if so, maybe we'll do it again later on down the road. Till then, thanks to the 110 Nation Sports for giving us the airtime. Race Chat Live on Tuesday night with my co-host Tad Taylor and Ms. Lee Reed. We hope to see you soon. I hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast. Good night, everybody. Yeah, that ain't no lie. That ain't no lie. I'll go ahead, man. Mm-hmm. About out. No.